Hi everybody, how are you doing? Hope you are all well and safe and having a great day. You're probably thinking, Steve, you've got that shirt on again. Are you trying to sell more copies of it? Well, no, not really. What I do, I work usually 3 days doing painting, and I don't record the introductions to the videos until I've done 2 or 3 paintings, because I don't want to have to set all the camera gear up 3 separate times, and then I'll record 3 intros all at once. So that's why I've got this shirt on again. Link in the description below if you are interested. That's why I'm wearing that. I'm not trying to sell loads and loads of copies of my t-shirt designs. Anyway, what have I been doing? I've been in Realistic Paint Studio, and I really do love the oil paints in this app. It is first class. I love it. Seems very different to using, say, Artrage or any of the other apps on the iPad. Very different indeed, and I just love the quality of the brush strokes and the vibrancy that you seem to get with the colours. So bearing in mind that I can get lots of vibrant colours, I wanted to do this impressionist piece of some flowers. This was a photo I took of a shop front in just 1 year ago, pretty much a couple of days before the lockdown. I'm doing a few paintings of pre-lockdown photos that I took just before the lockdown. I think I'm getting nostalgic about being able to walk around and excited that I've had my vaccine jab, and we're looking forward in the UK to coming out of lockdown, hopefully in the not too distant future. Unless, of course, when this video's gone live, we're already out of lockdown, but I doubt that. Anyway, I'm going off the point. So this street scene, the shop, there was this flower display that was actually fixed to the outside of the shop, and then this in the window there was another display of flowers, and I thought that would be a really nice scene, dead simple. If you look at the photograph when we get into the video, you'll see I've simplified it a lot, and I wanted it just to be an impressionist piece with not, you know, surprise not messing around with detail. Anyway, I'm really chuffed with it, so let's get straight into the video. Today I am in Realistic Paint Studio, and I am going to try something quite different, as you can see from the photo. Let's go and get some more oil brushes. Get this big one, and I'm just going to get some colour on first. You know what, I want some really dark colour. I can sort of paint into this. Bit of lag going off here, can you see? Because I've got the brush so big, I guess. Not brilliant though, is it? Brighten that up a bit. I do love this loose brush and all those sort of effects we can get with it. I know in the photo we've got this sort of creamy, dirty, dingy brickwork, but I might not go with that so much. Get the grey in, maybe the lighter bit, but put it in as blue. Grey up here. Kind of like this neutral grey going off here, because I can use that as a sort of a background to sit the flowers on. I don't know how much detail I'm going to go going for. Oh, we've got a bit of green going off in there. That was an accident, but you know, so what? Let's go with it. I sort of kind of mapped it all out. What's this brush do?
Oh yeah, I like that. And just sort of widen up that edge a little bit. There we go. Just sort of getting in some darks to start with. This is fun. I'm loving this. I'm really having a blast. This is just a really cool graphic image, I think. I wonder if I should be going in with some thick paint. What brushes have we got? Oh, I keep tapping that. That's the wrong brush to tap. Go to the palette. This one. No. Got a thick brush in here. Turns as if we have. That one might do it. Let's try that. I'm going to just flick the brush icon on so I can. Don't know, does. Certainly giving us a thick paint feel, but not exactly what I'm looking for at this point. I'm going to go back to this brush for now. That's better. Yeah, that's cool. It pulls in as well. I do like using purples in the old shadows. So if I tried to paint all of these leaves, I would just go crazy, man. I would totally lose the plot. Even now, I'm just trying to think, right, where's that leaf go? And can't be doing with that, really. It's not, it doesn't work for me like that. I just want to get an impression. I just love these lovely colours, and that's what sort of persuaded me to take the photo in the first place, was the colours. It helps if I've got the old canvas on the screen now, because that kind of allows me to judge size a little bit better. Okay. Oh. Tapping the wrong icon. There, right, let's get some flowers in. I took this photo just before lockdown, you know. Literally a couple of weeks before the coronavirus hit, and everything went pear-shaped, let's say. That flower actually overlaps that one, doesn't it? I did say I wasn't really fussed. I wasn't trying to copy it, but I do kind of want that sort of. Yeah. There's dark shadows in between the flowers, look, and the leaves. Do more of a set. I don't know what we call that colour, like a bit like a fleshy tone. I like this brush, it's working really well for me. Nice bold brush strokes. And what I'm doing now is looking at sort of highlights and trying to pop them in where I can see them, and the odd leaf shape. There's like a leaf there, look. But I'm not trying to paint the leaf as such. Just more of an impression. And we've got some darker tones sort of on there like that. And hopefully all these darker tones I put in and then paint lighter tones over the top will give the impression of form without, you know, being too defined. There's some great apps on the iPad now, you know, there really are. We've still got the, you know, the classics like Procreate. Artrage, not so much. I don't rate the Artrage app at all. I think the painting, the PC version is awesome, but the app, I'm not interested with that now. It's so outdated. They haven't seemed to want to update it at all in years. So it's unfortunate, really, because, you know, when it first came out, it was cutting edge. This is way nicer to work with, and you can get much bigger. The issue I've got with with Artrage, if you're wondering why I don't like the Artrage app on the iPad, not to be confused with the PC version, which I love, it's because you can't get an image of a decent size. You have to work, because the brushes won't go very big, and I don't know if it's because they've locked it in like that because of lag or what, but you really are restricted to size, and it's just a real shame. Just a real shame. That'll do for that. I don't want to fall into the trap of trying to paint every single leaf. Not going to work. I like this colour I've got now. That sort of adds to it. Gradually building it up. Got this orangey flower. Yeah. Like that. Actually, that should be blue. Doing a bit of negative painting now. There we go. Do I want to paint the lady that's in the reflection, or this other kind of it'd be cool if I could kind of get if I could capture that sort of reflection, just sort of put in a bit of a shadow under those. That helps definitely. See what I'm doing? I'm trying to get the shadows behind those flowers. I wonder if that should be a yellowy colour. Might just work just for the tip of the flower, then go back to the red. And darker still. Don't get too fiddly. Just putting a bit of dark in there, and then I can come back in with the green. It's patience, and it looks like I'm just sort of, you know, going really random, putting in random strokes, and I guess I am, but I'm really thinking about light all the while, and how it's quite dark in there. Look, I'm gonna pick that up a bit, and then possibly pick up that lighter leaf just there. Sits on the top of it. Yeah. Bit too much into it. Am I missing a flower? Maybe I am. That should be orange. We should have another like that, and then some darker tones in it. Quite like that actually. A few highlights. Almost white. There we go. Orange. Let's be bold, Steve. Let's be bold. I wonder if I could do. I'm thinking that I'm definitely going to put this sort of vase in here. I think because that totally adds to the composition. I don't think the stool adds a deal to it, but this does. And what I'm thinking is, I'll keep them muted. Got I might create, what I'm thinking, what I've got going off in my head is that I might create a multiply layer. That flower should be way over here somewhere. The other one. Set it like that. Yeah, create a multiply layer and then just glaze a little bit of blue over the top, and that might give us the impression that we're looking through the glass. So that's what I want, really. Do I need that silver thing on the top? I don't think I do. Sort of like that. We've got this silver thing going off here, which means I've kind of got the flowers a little bit not in the right place, but I was judging them with this orange flower here, which is clearly lower down. Doesn't matter, does it really? Do I need to bring these leaves in here like this? A bit bigger brush. Just to kind of tie these together, maybe a little bit. And then we've got the white. I kind of want it really soft and blurred, this window, so oh, it's died on me. No. Okay, I am back. My iPad died really quite severely, and I was worried that I was going to lose the painting. Luckily enough, I didn't. Managed to keep it, which is all good news. But I've had a good look at it, and I'm having a rethink about where I want to go, perhaps with some of the things in it. Just want to try another brush. Let's see what else we've got in the old brush department. See, that's not really one. That might be alright actually. Let's try that one. Can make it quite big and chunky. I'm losing lots of detail. What am I doing, Steve? I just want to kind of come in and do a little bit more detail, perhaps. I'm still toying with the idea whether to put this woman in or not. And I'm wondering whether I should make it even more abstract. Let's get a thick paintbrush, maybe. That's this one, I think. No, this one kind of is, but I don't like the broken. whether to do it with a palette knife. Just put some strokes of colour on. Just to try and get it a bit more, bit thicker. The light pressure, you can get some nice blending going off there. Oh yeah, I like that one. Try that. A bit smaller, because I think this is actually a bigger knife. And you press on, you get that kind of broken texture look. Look at that. It's cool. Whoops, bit towards the green side of the spectrum. These have got to stay warm. Yeah. Digging it, man. Some of these brushes, they're harder to control than you imagine, you know. Change the brush. I want to get a little bit of a leaf going there. By painting negative shapes. Man, this one might be okay. Ooh, some blending going off there. I like some blending like that, and then other places I want to keep it nice and sharp. So for example here, there I want it sharp. Lose that. I'm just having a lot of fun here, just sort of looking at the colours and trying to get them into the scene. I'm not absolutely feeling this. It's just kind of keep working at it and just blend it, soften it a bit. I just felt it was getting a bit too in your face. Right. Thinking little strokes. And then go over that. This. Actually, there's a. Oh, that's a nice. Put pressure on that, you get some brush strokes. Probably why I put this brush in here before in the save palette before. You've got to zoom in, because if you want to print these things out, if you just sort of work at them that size all the time, you're going to get a shock when you get your printed version back. If you get them printed, that is, I suppose. Bit more yellow. Set. I feel like it's coming together now. Yeah. Like that yellow. I'm going to put that there as well. There, and then that blue. the brush a bit smaller and just sort of that a bit. Yeah. Oops. This green here, look at this. What's going off here? That's totally not right. That's gotta go. Don't know what I was thinking when I put that in. I'm gradually getting to where I want to be colour wise. That's kind of got to go as well. That little bit up there's all right. In fact, I could lift that colour, put just a little brush full in there and there. I know I was working on this when the battery went on the iPad, but I kind of looked at it and I thought, I want to, although keeping it really, really loose, I wanted to just define the flowers a little bit more. So hopefully I'm doing that now. I had my COVID jab yesterday and I'm feeling a bit stiff right now, I have to say. It was a very painless process. In fact, I told the nurse how impressed I was because I didn't feel a thing, not anything at all. It was just sort of done in seconds. Just kind of hope we're not going to find out that we are all going to mutate into zombies, and the zombie apocalypse will start once everybody has been inoculated, and then to find out in 2 years' time that we're going to mutate. That wouldn't be very cool, would it? Like it. Right, this orange flower then. Watching too much Walking Dead, I think. I do like that show though. Although I haven't seen the last season because I cancelled my Sky subscription. So I'll wait for it to come on to Amazon Prime now. So cheap. Needs to be a bit bigger, that brush. Can't operate with a brush that small. It doesn't work for me. Cool. Yeah, I like that. That's sort of, we're now getting like, you know, you look close, it looks all right. It's looking like it's all meant to be. Whereas before it was looking at, I like abstract, but it was just too much. I like that colour leaf, I have to say. So that's kind of getting there with the leaves. Just smearing them a bit. Like the whole thing, I think it's looking pretty cool. Do I need this? I don't even know if I need this bar in the photo that we've got the bar going down the window. I think that's going to just distract from the composition. I'm just very tempted to not do that. No, I might put it in. I can always take it out if I don't like it. That just takes you straight off the edge of the paper or the canvas, which is not cool. Not cool at all. Maybe it doesn't need that vertical. I'll just something in there. Yeah, just as a sort of an impression, maybe, not an absolute. Obvious thing. Yeah, I like that. I don't think it. I think if I put anything in here, it's just going to distract from the main scene. I think I'm going to create a new layer though. I don't know if I can. What can we do? Can't. It doesn't look as though we can change blend modes or anything like that. That's all right. I'm going to put pale blue one. I'm going to use this big brush, and I just want to kind of sweep over that so it looks like it's. Maybe I need to come like that. It's clearly behind the window. Look, and on the inside. And then I can eraser, tidy up a bit. That's obviously the windowsill outside. I did it too much. There. Pushes that behind. I like it. Where do you stop though, Steve? That's the danger, isn't it? Again. I'll do. I don't want to obscure too much. You know, I think I'm nearly done. You know, I can obviously keep painting, building up some of these leaves. I think if I make that small and just kind of go as light as that. Sorry for the quiet bit again. I'm just really concentrating. This would be very cool if I could do a multiply layer. I would definitely do that. Put some shading over the leaves, the petals. I could kind of go in, I suppose, a little bit. Maybe. Okay. I quite like that. I think I'm going to just sign this. I'm tempted, actually. You know what I'm tempted to do? Because it's all about experimenting. You know what I mean? There's I thought there was a palette knife with some teeth on it. This one, yeah. Kind of like a bit of grungy texture on the woodwork. There we go. Yeah, finished. Now I'm going to sign it. What am I going to sign it with? That's the thing. This one? Is that the right colour? Maybe not. That's just, it's a bit in your face, isn't it? My ego isn't quite that big. So I had a DNA test to find out my ancestry. I'll tell you all about that in my next video. Keep you waiting. There we go. A little oil painting in Realistic Paint Studio. Just some flowers that I saw that were stuck to the, or decorating, not stuck, that's a bit dodgy, isn't it? That were decorating the outside of a shop in a place called Sadlergate in Derby. And photo taken just the week before lockdown, the very first lockdown 1 year ago. So hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, big thumbs up as always is much appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I've got loads of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them all with you. So don't forget, everybody, keep painting, stay safe and stay sane, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.